English grammar, sentences, simple, compound, and complex. What is a sentence? A sentence is a set of words that is complete in itself, typically containing a subject and a predicate, conveying a statement, question, exclamation, or command, and consisting of a main clause and sometimes one or more subordinate clauses. Look at these examples of sentences. I ate dinner. This is a sentence. It is complete in itself. It's a statement, a declarative statement. Would you like to travel with me? This is also a sentence. It's a question or an interrogative sentence. Would you like to travel with me? It's a set of words. I love learning. This is an exclamation mark. I love learning, an exclamatory sentence. It's a set of words. It is complete in itself. Feed the cat. This is also a sentence. It's a command or it's an imperative sentence. The sun went down and the moon came up. This is also a sentence. But this sentence has two main clauses. The sun went down is one clause, main clause. The moon came up is one clause. Or these are two sentences. The moon came up, the sun went down. If you see, the sun is the subject, went down is the predicate. We know that from the verb begins the predicate. So this, the sun went down, is a main clause. It is a sentence. The moon came up is a sentence, and it is joined by this coordinating conjunction and. So this is a compound sentence. This is also a sentence. He said that he would work hard. He said is the main clause. That he would work hard is the subordinate clause. We know that from the subordinating conjunction begins the subordinate clause. So this sentence is a complex sentence. Let us learn in detail about simple sentences, compound sentences, and complex sentences. Simple sentence. A simple sentence is also called an independent clause. It contains a subject and a verb and expresses a complete thought. Or you could also say a simple sentence is a sentence that consists of one clause, one independent clause. Look at this example. Scott plays soccer in the morning. This is a simple sentence. It has a subject, one subject and one verb. Therefore, it is a simple sentence. So, Scott plays soccer in the morning. This is a simple sentence. It is an independent clause, or it has one clause. There is a subject and a verb. Let's get to know a little more about simple sentences. A simple sentence is a sentence that consists of one clause, or it consists of one independent clause. It has a subject and a verb. Look at this sentence. Jack laughs. So here Jack is the subject and laughs is the verb. So this is a simple sentence. Now we can make it a little more complicated and say Jack laughs loudly. Still, this is a simple sentence because there is one subject and one verb, laughs. Look at this. We make it a little more complicated and say Jack laughs loudly at my funny jokes. Again, Jack is the subject and there is just one verb. So, one subject with a verb. Hence, it is a simple sentence. If there is one subject and one verb, then it is a simple sentence, or a sentence consisting of one clause is a simple sentence. There has to be one subject and one verb. A further explanation of how to identify simple sentences. Look at this example. Jack and Jill laugh at my funny jokes and stories. You see here, Jack and Jill. This is a subject. Jack and Jill is the subject. It is a compound subject, but there is just one verb, laugh. Therefore, this sentence, Jack and Jill laugh at my funny jokes, is a simple sentence. You should not think that if there is and over here, it is a compound sentence. No, Jack and Jill is a subject. It is called as a compound subject, and this is just one verb. So when a single subject, this single subject or this compound subject, there are two elements, Jack and Jill. So it is called as a compound subject, but still it is a single subject governed by one verb, that is laugh. It is a simple sentence. We'll make it a little more complicated and say Jack and Jill laugh and sometimes cry at my funny jokes and stories. This is also a simple sentence, though it is a little more complicated. You may think it is a complex or a compound sentence. No, this is a simple sentence. Why? Because Jack and Jill, it's a single subject. It is a compound subject. There are two verbs here, laugh and cry. The note says that when we have two or more verbs sharing only one subject, this one single subject, Jack and Jill, then these two verbs, laugh and cry, are called as a compound predicate. But it is still a simple sentence because it is governed only by one subject, Jack and Jill. So this is a simple sentence. Though it looks very complicated, it is a simple sentence. You see, there is just one subject, but there are two verbs that govern it. But when there are two or more verbs sharing only one subject, it is called as a compound predicate. Laugh and cry is a compound predicate, but still it is a simple sentence. Compound sentences. A compound sentence consists or contains two independent clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction. Look at the following example. Scott was playing soccer, so Mary went to the beach. So Scott was playing soccer is one independent clause or one main clause. Scott is the subject, was playing soccer is the predicate. So this is a main clause. This is another main clause or independent clause. Mary went to the beach. Mary is the subject, went to the beach is the predicate. So this is another main clause. So you see two main clauses. Scott was playing soccer, Mary went to the beach, joined by the coordinating conjunction so. Therefore, this sentence, Scott was playing soccer, so Mary went to the beach, is a compound sentence. Compound sentence is equal to main clause plus conjunction or coordinating conjunction plus again the main clause, or the independent clause plus the coordinating conjunction and again the independent clause. The coordinating conjunctions, you remember it as FANBOYS. We know that coordinating conjunctions connect clauses and phrases, and two independent clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction makes a compound sentence. We have the main clause or the independent clause plus a coordinating conjunction plus an independent clause or a main clause, making it a compound sentence. So these are the coordinating conjunctions that you will keep in mind. You'll remember FANBOYS. F for, A for and, N for nor, B for but, O for or, Y for yet, and S for so. So FANBOYS are the coordinating conjunctions connecting clauses to make a compound sentence. A compound sentence, the example, Jane is coming over dash we can go for a swim. So what is the coordinating conjunction that you have used? It is so. Jane is coming over so we can go for a swim. This is a compound sentence joined by this coordinating conjunction so. Example of a compound sentence. I would like to go to the football game. but I don't have a ticket. This is a compound sentence. Two main clauses. I would like to go to the football game is one main clause. I don't have a ticket is another main clause, joined by this coordinating conjunction but. Therefore, this sentence, I would like to go to the football game but I don't have a ticket, is a compound sentence. Another example of a compound sentence: Jake drove the car and Mary read the map. So you see, Jake drove the car is the main clause and is the coordinating conjunction. Mary read the map is another main clause. So two independent or two main clauses joined by the coordinating conjunction and makes it a compound sentence. So Jake drove the car and Mary read the map is a compound sentence. Complex sentences. A complex sentence combines or joins an independent clause with one or more dependent clauses. A complex sentence always has a subordinating conjunction. Look at the following examples. Scott wore his football boots because he was playing soccer. This is a complex sentence. It has one independent clause or main clause. This is the main clause. Scott wore his football boots is the main clause. It is a complete thought. It's a complete sentence. So this is the main clause. There is a subject. Scott wore his football boots is the predicate. So this sentence, Scott wore his football boots, is an independent clause and it has combined with this dependent clause because he was playing soccer. Because he was playing soccer is the dependent clause. It is not complete. It depends on this main clause, Scott wore his football boots. Therefore, this sentence is a complex sentence. A complex sentence has a main clause, Scott wore his football boots. It has a subordinating conjunction because, and there is a dependent clause. So this entire from the subordinating conjunction, because this the subordinating conjunction to the remaining part of the sentence is the dependent clause. This is a complex sentence. List of subordinating conjunctions. We know that a complex sentence always has a subordinating conjunction. A complex sentence combines or joins an independent clause with one or more dependent clauses, or it joins a main clause to one or more dependent or subordinate clauses. The subordinating conjunctions that are used in order to make a complex sentence are how, if, when, whenever, as though, where, while, before, since, that, after, though, although, even though, as, whereas, until, unless, as if, because, so that, wherever. So these are the list of subordinating conjunctions which can be used in order to make complex sentences. Example of complex sentences: I will make the beds while you cook breakfast. So here again, I will make the beds. This is the main clause. While you cook breakfast is the dependent or the subordinate clause. And this is the subordinating conjunction while. So this is a complex sentence. Yet another example of a complex sentence: when he finished reading his book, he returned it to the library. Now here you see this subordinate clause is coming before the main clause. This is the main clause. He returned it to the library. That's the main clause. When he finished reading his book is the subordinate clause. So this is a complex sentence. When is the subordinating conjunction. So this sentence, when he finished reading his book, he returned it to the library, is a complex sentence. Complex sentence: the children saw many interesting science experiments when they went on their excursion. This is a complex sentence. The children saw many interesting science experiments is the main clause. When they went on their excursion is the subordinate clause. So what is a complex sentence? A complex sentence joins an independent or a main clause with a dependent or a subordinate clause. You see, this is the subordinating conjunction when. A subordinating conjunction introduces the subordinate clause. And this is a complex sentence. We know that In a complex sentence, there are always subordinating conjunction. There is a main clause. The children saw many interesting science experiments, and there is a subordinate or a dependent clause, that is when they went on their excursion. So this sentence is a complex sentence.